Are you aware that 70% of pastors constantly fight depression and burnout for the frustration experience as a result of ministry workload, discouragement, and pressure? We help leaders grow healthy churches. We are excellent at what we do, and we are fast becoming the best of the very best. Magnicraft Consulting is set up to help both small and large-sized churches become healthier by using proven diagnostics tools, effective retention strategies. We give the right and appropriate and professional advice. We are the certified church consultants with the Society of Church Consulting in the United States of America. Trust us to help you grow. Don't wait till it's too late. You will be glad you did. Call us now on 0802-324-2258. Email contact@magnicraftconsulting.com or magnicraftconsulting@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @Magnicraft Limited. Magnicraft Consulting. Doing church. Hello. Welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by Magnicraft Consulting Team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Welcome. Good morning, my viewers. I don't know where you are watching me from, but please get my greetings from wherever you're watching me. Good morning is in Nigeria morning. I know in some part of the world it's afternoon, evening, or night. A beautiful morning to you. Today is Monday Morning Matters. You are welcome to Monday Morning Matters. Okay, we've started a series on church financial decision making, and the last 4 Mondays, because July is 5 Mondays. In the last 4 Mondays, we've had some good discussion on church financial decision making. Monday Morning Matters has been live for over 4 years, and so I want you to just go on Facebook, on YouTube. You're going to see quite a lot of our live broadcasts, unedited, raw to you for you to digest. Please go on our YouTube, scroll on the screen, and see how you can get so much free of charge. Just watch and let's hear from you where you are watching those videos from. I mean, let us hear how read a comment from you. Thank you for hooking up with us on Monday Morning Matters. Okay, we're going to do a last episode, part 5 of 5 on church financial decision making. We are glad you are part of this live broadcast. I'm Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of Magnicraft Consulting. Okay, I'm a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. I'm your host also on this live broadcast show on Monday Morning Matters. Let me tell you a little bit about my company, Magnicraft Consulting. Magnicraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, revitalization, trainings, and strategic blueprints. Those 4 legacy tools are what we're going to use to help you grow healthier, because our belief is that when your church grows healthier, there are many other things that can happen in your church. Our vision is to be the leading church health consultancy that creates actionable, sustainable, and adaptable solutions. And as I said earlier, I'm a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the US. I'm a host to the weekly Facebook live broadcast show on Mondays, 7 a.m. Nigerian time, West African time, with whatever one you choose. I'm also known as the church health guide of the 21st century. A big thank you to everyone who has been commenting. Let me just check the comment. Who has been commenting and telling us how timely our content is. Thank you for those who are following us on Facebook Live. Thank you for those who are sharing, chatting, commenting. Some gone as far as private chatting me, which is okay. If Jesus had Nicodemus who come by night. So please don't, whichever one you are comfortable with, at least you're going to get my contact, and let's see how we can continue the conversation from here as you're watching. Let's do a little bit of promo, and then we'll go to the last lap of church financial decision making. Church financial decision making. Okay, Dr. Tom Rayner has given some massive discount on anyone in Africa who wants to become a certified, well-trained church consultant. I've gone through the curriculum. It's a fantastic curriculum, and then you do it at your pace. It's a video self-paced training. You can do that in 1 month, in 6 months, in 3 months, in 1 year. It depends on how much time you can allocate to make sure you are done with it. One of the things I want to also say is that you can use some of these instruments to help your church. You can use some of these tools to also help other churches. So if you want to become a certified church consultant to help your own church, to help other churches revitalize, reach out to me on the number on screen, on the email on the screen, and I will be able to walk you through the process. Got some who have graduated from this church consultation university, and we need more church consultants in our country today. The number of churches in Nigeria is alarming, and we need so much. I cannot do it alone. The consultants we have in the space today cannot do it, so and we need more consultants. So if you love the church, you are passionate about the church, you love the body of Christ, you want to help churches with the knowledge in CCU, Church Consultation University, please reach out to me. I'm going to give you all the information you need. Then my book is also there on the shelves in Amazon. You can contact me for Church Retention, Pathway to Growth. That book is still hot in the market. Please feel free to get our contact and see how we can get you the books. Pastors are buying them in hundreds, in dozens, 40 like that, 50 like that. So please buy for your leaders, because when you expose your leaders to the necessary information they need, they will help your church. They will form together as a formidable team to help your church become healthier. So let's go to the juice of the day, church financial decision making. Remember that each church is unique. How you decide when a church is small is different from how a church decide when it's mid-size or large-size church. Okay, there are some churches that their budget is in billions. There are some churches that their budget is in millions, and there are some churches their budget is in hundreds of thousands, and those financial decisions are all different. So remember that each church is unique, and the decision making will vary based on the factors I mentioned in the church size, your affiliation to association, denominational structure, and financial resources, because you can only spend what you have. You cannot spend what you don't have. Your financial resources will determine how you're going to allocate those resources to the needs of the church. So it is essential to adapt some of these things I am saying, because I'm talking generic, because pastors who are listening to me are of different congregational size, different financial status, different denominational structure and affiliation. And so you have to be able to look at some of these things I'm sharing and begin to contextualize them to your church. One of the things I'll say quickly, which is Pareto principle, being applied to your financial decision making. Make sure that you spend 80% of your resources on the very core, around the vision and the mission of the church, and 20% on auxiliary areas of the church. So always be on the lookout to ensure that the large chunk of your income, your resources as a church, is spent on your very core vision and mission statements, to see that is actually, because the thing is, you cannot have all the resources you need as a church. You will always need money, and so that's why the church must look towards the management side of both human and non-human resources of the church, so that you can be effective, you can be efficient, as a whole. Find ways to reduce and minimize cost, expenses, because if your expenses rise beyond your income, you're going to go into debt and a lot of things. I mean, it's very, very sad to see churches who embark on projects and they abandon those projects because of finance. You should be able to see that this is how your income comes in. This is the volume of your income, and then you should now be able to get an idea of what that volume of income can do. Okay, can do. And mind you that money also has value which depreciates because of inflation and exchange rate and things like that. So it's better for you to understand how currency works, so that you'll be able to, and then that is consolidated by you minimizing your expenses, so that, and then find ways to increase your expenses. So if you want to spend more, make sure your per capita giving is increasing year by year. Now, per capita giving is a financial vital sign that you need to watch out. That's the average donation, whether offering tithes or pledges, that an average member gives to the church. Just the total number of your income divided by the average attendance in your church. I don't usually put kids, but some put kids. But make sure that whatever you do, you are consistent over the years, so that you're able to watch if that per capita giving of your church, whether it is weekly, whether it's monthly, is actually or annually is actually growing year by year. When it is reducing, what that means is that you have to reduce your expenses. When your weekly per capita giving is reducing, you have to reduce your expenses. So data-driven decision-making process is very, very important, because it will help you to look at your objectives critically and begin to prioritize based on your vision, lens, and framework. Your vision, lens, and framework should be on when you want to make decisions on how you want to spend your money. So find and present relevant data. You want to make a building. What is the quantity surveyor doing? You want to embark on some welfare project in the community. Get some NGOs together. So find and present relevant data. Get data that will impact your financial decision. We've said that before. Draw conclusions from that data. I've seen churches who gather data, but they don't interpret the data. I've seen churches who they don't know why some structures are put in place, because to gather feedbacks. And if you are, as a church, you are not getting feedbacks, you are not working on the feedbacks, you are not going to be making meaningful impact in your church. So draw conclusions. Make sure you do some interpretations of the data that are coming on your table. And then plan your strategy. Make sure that you have a ministry action plan. Okay, map, ministry action plan that is also having a financial plan embedded in it. Don't say, I'm going to do this. It's going to cost me this to do this. It's going to cost me this amount of volunteer to do this. So make sure that your ministry action plan is really robust. Measure your success, and then make sure that when you are successful, you repeat those success. So when church leaders are making decisions, they should try to uphold the values, the vision, and the principles that aligns to their faith. You cannot be spending on something that is not in alignment with your faith, with your values, with your principles. That's why when you have somebody in charge of church finance who is not financially prudent, what happens is that it rubs on the church, and the church is also not financially prudent. So your decision making, it should be upheld by the values and the principles that person is by your faith principles, while others considering the needs and the perspective of the congregation. Okay, so there are some qualities to look into when you are making a good decision. One, it has to make sure that there is biblical alignment. Make sure that whatever financial decision you are making, they are having biblical alignment. I've seen pastors who use church finances to do politics in church. Okay, to do parallel government in church. Okay, they fund different groups to be at loggerheads themselves, to make them look like superstars. But those things are not biblically aligned. Ensure that decisions are grounded in the scriptures, grounded in the teachings of the Bible, in the principles of the Bible. Seek guidance from the scriptures and to inform you of the choices you need to make concerning that church financial decision. Number two, I need to go more very fast so that I can finish in the next 5-7 minutes. Number two, prayerful discernment. When you want, I worked for I was a PA to a group head before. He's always, if he wants to sign a check, he's always in a solitary mode because you are making a critical decision. So be in be prayerful discernment. Decision making should involve seeking God's wisdom. You cannot spend God's resources without God's wisdom. So seeking God's wisdom through prayers, through reflection, through sobriety. Okay, church leaders should spend time in prayer individually and collectively before making significant financial decisions or choices. Number three, unity and consensus. Aim for consensus. You see, I had some pitching moment with a pastor yesterday. I could see that he was trying to get consensus. I love that. When I want to engage the church and the pastor is all taking decision without consulting anybody, I always want to see. It's a red flag for me. Okay, because you cannot be a lone ranger as a leader, taking all the decisions without getting some experts input from people in the senior leadership team. So unity and consensus. Aim for consensus and unity among your church leaders over whatever decision you are making. While it is natural to have some diverse options, strive to find a common ground. Okay, common ground that respects everybody's input and concerns. Okay, I know some people will be having passion for evangelism, some people will be having passion for worship, but make sure that everyone has a bite in the budget. It's not going to be equal, but at least they have a chunk in the budget. Okay, number four, humility and openness. Leaders should be open to listen. You can't just be spending church resources without listening to experts. So listening to different viewpoints and be willing to admit mistakes openly. Okay, when you make a financial decision and it's backfiring, be willing to admit those mistakes or reconsider those decisions if necessary, so that you don't allow a wrong financial decision to run the church to a financial crisis. So, making a good financial decision requires humility, requires openness, requires transparency, and so that is one of those qualities that will help in good financial decision-making process. Number five, transparency. Transparency. Decision-making process should be transparent and should be communicated effectively to the congregation. There's only stopping a church at the end of the year. You give a financial account. I've seen some churches on their website. You can see their annual returns. You can see their annual report, financial statement. And so be transparent. When you have a lot of things that are coded, we're not saying that you're stealing, but it gives, why are we not aware of what's going on in the church? So decision-making process should be transparent and communicated effectively to the congregation. Be open about the reasons behind your decisions. Why are you taking this direction? Why are you taking this decision? There's a reason. Be open about it. Don't have the reason and don't want to explain out to people. Be open about the reasons behind the decision. Helps build trust, because when they see that the financial decision you are making is bringing about the desired result, is going to bring trust. Okay, build trust within the church community, and when you build trust, people want to give their resources more to the church. Okay, number six, I got a lot more. Let me just rush. Today's the last day. I'm sorry. I'm going to extend the time today. Inclusivity. Consider the impact of the decision on all the members of the congregation. Make sure to include diverse perspectives and ensure that everyone feels valued. So inclusivity is very important, because what happens is that your decision making is going to affect the entire congregation. So make sure that there is inclusivity in your decision making process. Long-term vision is another one. Make sure that whatever decision you are making, you are not considering today, you are not considering yesterday, you are considering a long-term vision. Look beyond the short-term outcome. Consider the long-term implication of the decision for the spiritual growth and well-being of the church. Number 8 is stewardship. Be responsible with the church resources. You have to be steward. Once the church sees that you are very, there's good stewardship, including finances, time. You know, one of the things I would say quickly is that when a leader is not a good steward of church time, there is a likelihood that is going to be a bad steward of the church finances. So be a good steward, be responsible, including finances, time, talent. Okay, how you manage the human resources in your church. Ensure that decisions honor the mission and the vision of the church. Accountability. Church leaders should hold themselves accountable for every decision and action that they take, acknowledging the weight of the leadership role in that financial decision-making process. Number 10 is wisdom from advisors. Seek counsel from professional experts, from trusted elders. I know there's something stopping you. You having elders, mentors, church members who are experienced, who can provide valuable insights and experience in relevant areas in the church. Number 11, faithful risks taking is one good quality that can help you in your financial decision-making process. Be willing to appropriate risks when it aligns with the church mission and is supported by prayerful discernment. Number 12 is learning from past decision-making process. Okay, you have made a lot of decision-making process when you were a baby, you were a child. I mean, I'm an adult right now. There's some decision in my finances. I will not take it because I know I've tested the waters. So you need to learn from the past. When you don't learn from the past, you're going to repeat the past. So evaluate the past decisions to learn from successes and mistakes. This reflection can help leaders grow in their decision-making abilities and skills. So the last one, empathy and compassion. Consider how your decision will impact individuals and families within your congregation. So showing empathy, okay, you are making a decision, you need to show empathy of the impact, whether positive or negative, that is going to have is going to affect your church. So compassion throughout the process is very key, so that you are taking a decision that will help your church on a long term. Now, conviction is very important. Make sure that you are convicted, you are persuaded, and there is a balance between spiritual discernment and practical considerations. Don't say the Lord said, the Lord said, the Lord said, and the Lord and faith is looking like it's contradicting the realities on ground. I need to wrap up here, and then I will draw the curtain with church financial decision. I know I was a bit fast, but if you have missed a point, please, you can just watch this video again. If you have any church related questions for me, please make sure you go on the social media handle and let us see how we can answer your questions. I'm always behind all the social media handles I'm always behind all the social media handles on the internet. So be sure that you're going to get a response from me. You have any question, please. And I want to roll out a lot of good things in the course of this week. So every week now I'll be coming up with a lot of content for you. So put your eyes on this space on YouTube. Make sure that you turn on the notification bell, so that when any content is uploaded, you're going to be notified. So if this video also is helpful to you, give us a like, do share us to your community, drop us a comment. I would love to hear from you. You've learned from me. I also want to learn from you. Please drop a comment in the comment section, and I will be so happy to exchange words with you. Okay, we do consultations, we do revitalizations, we do trainings, we do strategic planning. That's the four-legged tools at which we do our church consultations. So please feel free to contact us on the number on the screen. We provide excellent church consulting for health, vitality, and results. So we do church consultation, we do church revitalization, we do church trainings, and we do church strategic planning for churches. So reach out to us and let's see how we can help your church move from where it is right now to where it should be in God. So please feel free. Let us, you have any church related questions outside what we have discussed, I would love to help you. I would love to be of assistance to you. Let's see how we can take it from there. Please don't keep quiet. Let the conversation continue. Thank you. Till I come your way next week, Monday, that's a new month with a fresh topic. I say bye-bye, I love you, and God bless you.